Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Original Rebels Racing League. I'm Eddie Smith. This is the Rebel Racing Network, and tonight the ARCA series is taking on Richmond International Raceway for 150 laps of what is going to be a lot of slipping and sliding, and hopefully we're going to see a new winner tonight. You never can tell. Short track racing under the lights doesn't get any better than this, and we are already gridding up here. And let's go ahead and jump into the grid and give out the Peg Leg Pole Award. Chuck Felt's Peg Leg Pole Award is going to go to Garrett Kendra. Outside of the front row is Jonathan Cofield, Mike Cossack starting third. Starting fourth, Kyle Shepard with a great qualifying effort. Tyler Rice starting fifth. Josh Oswald starting sixth. Jason Lautry starting seventh. Starting eighth, Michael Nash. Starting ninth, Chuck Phelps himself. Starting 10th, Mickey Isaac. Starting 11th, Greg Froelich. Starting 12th, William Griffith. Starting 13th, Todd Schott. Glad to see him back. 14th, Stephen McDonald. 15th is Brandon Pollock. 16th is Alan Warnecki. 17th is Aaron Adcock. Starting 18th, Logan Sturgeon. 19th, Charles Stevens Jr. 20th, Brandon Wallace. And that rounds out the field tonight for the Rebels ARCA series. And 150 laps, going to be a lot of fun. Probably going to need, depends on if you have a lot of cautions. Probably going to have a one pit stop, probably max. So going to have to take care of your stuff tonight. Watching them in practice, the cars look really tight. Using a lot of brake to try to keep that thing turned and keep it on the bottom. That's always the kicker here at Richmond. You've got to get those left sides close as you can to that apron, right on the yellow line, all the way around, and get on the throttle and keep that speed down the straightaway. You got to get off the corners good. Whoever does it and does it the best without spinning the tires, getting loose, that's who's going to win this race. And this season has been a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it, and we got a long way to go. We're not even close to being over. But right now, your points leader is Michael Kostic with Alan Warnecki. Both of them tied at 240 points apiece, both with a win. Michael Kostic has really sort of been the most consistent guy. He's got an average finish of second. And then you got Jonathan Cofield sitting right behind him, right behind those two drivers with 229 points, but with 2 wins. So Cofield trying to get that championship. Definitely deserved it last season and wasn't able to get it done. Had to miss a race. Just a tough deal. So looking to get it done this year, and so far so good. All the Bandits guys in the top 4 of the points, with Al Warnecki being the odd man out there. So that team really, really showing a lot of strength, no doubt. Wherever they race, it is they're going to be contending for wins. So 2 laps here. As they pace all the cars around the track. Who's going to take home the win tonight? Who's going to punch their ticket to the playoffs? Who's going to show their strength? You know, is Cofield going to extend his dominance and wins? Is Costic going to get another win, tie his teammate? Right now, Garrett Kender's got the point. Green flag is out, and we are underway. 150 laps here at Richmond. Let's go. Looking good through turn 1. You see the 43 of Kai Shepard. Oh, caution's out. Greg Froelich. Brandon Pollock make contact already on lap 1. Let's go back and see what happened. Todd Schott behind him. Greg Froelich trying to get off the gas just a little bit early, and Todd, he was ready to go. So a couple different strategies there, and Greg Froelich goes around, and that brings out the caution. Luckily, it looks like Brandon Pollock not able to get around it, but it doesn't look like there was too much damage to that one. That's that short track racing right there. A couple guys with different You know, Todd Schott had missed a lot of races, and he's ready to go. Greg Froning, he was trying to take it easy there, let everything play out, and those two come together. But pretty harmless. Didn't like any damage to either one of those drivers, so we'll get the pace around for a few more laps and think about it. Of course, Kendra will be happy about that. That'll give him control of the restart. On the initial start of the race, you have to go on green. Now the leader controls the restart. There is a little bit of it neutered it a little bit by introducing the restart zone, the Geico restart zone. So he doesn't not able to go as soon as what they used to do is the leader would go as soon as the pace car hit pit road. You could go from that point on. You have to wait until you're inside that zone to go, but still a big advantage if you're the leader. All right, we got the one to go. Doubled up, getting ready to get this thing back green. We're going to go for 2 laps under green this time. I think we can do it. Pace car is off. Control goes to the 13th. They get into the Geico restart zone. Garrett Kendra stomps on the throttle, and he is gone. That's going to bring Michael Kostic close to the inside. And Garrett Kendra able to get a nice start as teammates side by side. And Cofield actually loses a good bit of time through the middle of the corner there. Has to give up that spot. And watching the S2P car, he looks like he's trying to work that top side. Of course, we saw the next gen cars be able to work the top side, keep the momentum up, make a lot of speed here. You won't see that. You might see a little bit of it in this turn right here, but 3 and 4, you ain't doing that. I can go ahead and tell you right now, the fastest cars are going to be on the bottom, as low as you possibly can. You see that 17, he is all the way down to the yellow line, and that's what you got to do. Kai Shepard dropping back just a little bit as he gets passed by. The 48, you see him trying to make that outside work, and you see Tyler Rice through the middle of the corner able to get a nice little run here. So Kai going to try to make that top side work. You know, if somebody gets below you, you can fight a little bit on the outside, but not for very long. You do not want to put that much pressure on the tires. That's for sure. Back check. Got a battle here. Brandon Wallace, Chuck Feltz. This is for the 13th position. Todd Schott checks up just a little bit right in front of Aaron Actock at 23. Got some guys who normally find themselves at the front, starting in the back. Seems to happen a lot in this series. Of course, this particular car really rewards you to kind of save tires, drive easy, take your time. And so you start in the back, you don't really have much of a choice. You can't get in too big a hurry anyway, and really can help you save tires. Todd Schott trying to peek up to the outside of the 99 as the 23 going to get into the wall. Thinking about making it 3 wide, decided to back out of it. Todd Shot makes a little bit of contact with the wall, starting to go back a little bit. So he's got, I don't even know who that is. Oh, that's Logan Surgeon. Valvoline 26 machine. Really good battling going on. This Todd Shot, man, being very, very aggressive right now. He's lost a few spots since the start of the race. Saw him make contact with the wall, getting stuck up on the outside, and get kind of freight trained. He's trying to work his way back up through the field. Being really aggressive. We've seen a lot of aggression out of Todd Shot here lately. That double zero. Currently trying to work to the inside of Logan Surgeon, but not able to do it. Let's go back up front. Got a battle here between Jason Lottridge and Kai Shepard. Jason Lottridge way up the racetrack. See if he can hold that top side off the corner. Should have a run if he's able to keep it up, and he is. Goes side by side. Lottridge making that outside work, like that sun drop car. Dale Jr. going to run that at or a sun drop car. I think it's next weekend at North Wilkesboro in a late model, so that'll be fun. But tonight, Jason Lottridge is working that sun drop. Chevrolet gets right back to the back bumper of Kai. Jason Lottridge moving forward. He's made a spot up since the start of the race. Trying to get inside the top 5 here as we cross over into lap 19. Back up front though, 13 leading the way with the Bandit Motorsports. 2 drivers right behind them, right behind him with Josh Oswald, about a second and a half back from those drivers. A lot of games get played up here. And games being like tire saving, how much you saving. You try to stick with a guy, but you don't want to run as hard or try to run too hard early on and burn your tires up. So these drivers trying to sort of work off each other. You start to feel like you're getting pressured. You know you might push a little bit faster, but the name of the game is saving the tires. Richmond can have really, really long green flag runs. So got to be able to keep that car down on that apron. We talked about that already. The low line is the best line, fastest line around the track. And if you burn that right front up, that car will not stay there on the bottom. And you really need to roll the corner. You'll drive down in the corner. You'll stomp on the brake as hard as you can without locking it up. And then you'll let off the gas and just let that car roll around the middle and then slowly ease into the throttle without spinning the tires. You need a good, not burned up right front to make that happen. See Caustic starting to get a little bit closer to that 13. See him as he drives through 3 and 4, just barely moving the wheel. Not having to turn as he's using the brake right there to get the car to rotate entry of the corner. Getting on the brake like that just upsets the weight enough where you don't have to use the front tires to turn it. See how he's almost turning to the right. And then as the car lands, he turns a little bit, and then he's counter steering off the corner, using the throttle and the brake to steer the car where you want it to go. That's how you save tires right there. You see Garrett Kendra doing sort of an arc off the corner. And Caustic driving right down to the bottom never been a big fan of the arc into 1 and 2 here. And as soon as I say something, Garrett Kendra goes straight to the bottom. That's where you want to be. He's trying to get a run off the corner. You can definitely see that Cossack is getting a better run off of 2 for sure. But we got a three-way battle up here for the lead. As we let those guys kind of ride for a minute, go back and check on Alan Wernicke, who has started near the back, working his way to the front. Going to make a power move and go to the outside of Tyler Rice. That's pretty. That's a strong move right there. Of course, Allen is tied for the points lead with Michael Cossack, but electing to start in the back of all these races. So interesting strategy. Passing sure is fun. So. Definitely tell he's driving much harder as these tires start to wear out. Lap 30, that is plenty of time to get all the heat situated in the tires, and that wear starts to really kick in. And it looks like Allen attempting to use the high line to get by these cars. Seems like it might be tough to get a run off the bottom. Isaac really working that bottom. He's looking forward to the 48 machine. Jason Lottridge had been moving forward, but starting to fall back now. Could be the tire situation getting to him. Nicky Isaac, though, having a tough time getting around him. Gonna dive down to the inside, try to make that work, but odd turn of events there as Mickey kind of gets a little bit slow in the middle. Lottridge goes way up the track. It almost had a 3-wide situation. Allen gets a run off of 4, gonna drive deep down into 1 and 2 and try to get that car wound up on the outside. Not quite able to get the run that he needs. Might be able to get it here. Let's see what happens. Able to get it done with that run. Jason Lottridge drives in the corner, slides up in front of the 72. They make contact. Here comes Tyler Rice. 48 gets maybe a little bit loose in front of the 72. Not sure. Definitely holding him up as Mickey Isaac goes around. If you're wondering about the battle for the lead, it hasn't changed. All the good racing is right here. We will definitely let you know if it does. I'm keeping an eye on it, but right now this is some of the best racing on the track, so we're going to stay here and watch as Jason Lottridge, Wernicke, Tyler Rice, and now Logan, no, that's Michael Nash. Oh, Wernicke gets all kinds of out of shape off of 2. going to get back to the back bumper of the 48. Kind of getting stalled here and made his way through the field. Getting right to the back bumper of the 48. These guys right here are racing their guts out. As we do have a pass for second place as Jonathan Cofield goes around his teammate. And going to try to run down 13. Oh, is a 58 going to get loose off of turn 2 and probably going to give that spot right back. And Warnecki able to clear the 48. Tyler Rice looking to make a move on the outside around the 48 as well. So Jason Lottridge starting to fall back a little bit. All that battling has pulled a few other guys to see. Michael Nash, Charles Stevens Jr., Logan Sturgeon, Brandon Wallace. All those guys ran down these guys while they were running side by side. Ooh, Tyler Rice hanging on to it. Let's go back and check that one more time from that angle. Look at that 6 car in there. Watch him hands go back and forth. He's able to save that machine. But Tyler Rice getting with it. I love it. Go back and check up front. We saw Jonathan Cofield get around his teammate, get loose, and his teammate able to get right back behind him, or in front of him, excuse me. And we got to take her on pit road. William Griffith, not really sure what they can do as far as fuel runs go. I would think that only 150 laps. I would imagine you could go 80 laps on a tank of fuel, but I may be wrong. As William Griffith decided to come down pit road and get 4 tires of fuel, but he's going to go down a lap, maybe 2. So he only takes 2 tires, so that's a interesting call there. I'm not real sure. Not really sure what the strategy is here, so we'll see how that plays out. Go back up here to second place. Cofield starting to creep back up to the 3's back bumper. All the while, Garrett Kendra starting to pull away just ever so slightly every lap. He is caught up to the back end of the field, going to start having to deal with some lap traffic that does not want to go a lap down. So they're not going to, most of the time they will not just move over. Some of them might, but if you're trying to fight to stay on the lead lap, try to catch a caution. The leader is the one you're going to fight. Todd Schott gives way and lets the 13 on by. Now Greg Froenig is right in front of the leader. If you're the 13, you really want to get in there, and Greg Froenig moves out of the way like a gentleman. Everybody kind of letting the leaders on by. If you're the 13, man, you really want to slice and dice this traffic. Get through it without much trouble at all. That way you can get back to running your line and start to pull away. He is still able to do that. Let's go back and check this battle. Look at this gaggle of cars back here. This is from 10th all the way back to 16th, man. Just all over each other. Some great racing going on. You see the 88 pushing up just a little bit. Going to stick his car right in front of the 99. 99 gets a little bit out of shape. As you see William Griffith in that 12 machine with those 2 tires, trying to make his way around some folks. Just don't know how well those 2 tires are going to work. Be interesting to see. Todd Schott now in pit road, so we got another taker. But I would imagine, unless you're just having some sort of tire issue, if you can make it to, oh, we see Jason Lottridge real tight, have to really put some wheel into it, almost gets a little bit loose off the corner. If you can make it to lap 75, oh, Griff gets loose. If you can make it to lap 75, that's what you want to do. You want to make this thing a one-stop race. Richmond will hurt some tires, but it's not super abrasive on tires, so you should be able to hang on to it long enough to get to that point, as long as fuel will make it there. So that's what we're waiting to see right now. As we have really nice long green flag run, is can everybody make it to at least lap 75 on fuel? If they can make it on one stop. Go back up front, battle for second place. Jonathan Cofield, Michael Kosick. Cofield did such a good job to get around him and then immediately got loose. And it's taken this long to get back to his back bumper and try to make another run at it. I definitely think Cofield may be the fastest car on the track. If he can get around the 3, he might be able to run down the 13, but right now he's got to be focused on the 3, get around him, then worry about the 13. Side-by-side battle between Aaron Adcock and Charles Stevens Jr. Looks like Charles says, hey, man, you ran me down. I'll let you go. Let's 23 on by. Kevin Kendra says, better late than never. Eddie, what did I miss? Well, you hadn't missed much, man. Had a caution at the very beginning of the race, the first lap. No major damage. Your boy is able to get out front right now with a 1.5 second lead over Michael Kosick and Jonathan Cofield. It's like Cofield able to finally get that second place position back. See if he's able to do anything with it before pit stops. But Garrett Kendra with a pretty comfortable lead. I wouldn't say comfortable. 1.3, 1.4 seconds. Not super comfortable, but good enough. But getting ready to make pit stops in the next 10 to 15 laps. So far, the race sort of trending green flag. So green flag pit stop is going to be super important. Want to get on and off pit road. Hope you practice it. In practice, that's one thing you always need to practice is getting on and off pit road under green flag conditions at speed. Don't want to let this pit road sneak up on you, as it is could be a little treacherous to get up to get onto the apron and get down to pit road speed, which I believe is about 35 miles an hour if I had to guess. 35, 45. You see right there, you got to cut down off the corner, get in pit road. That is tough, especially on a car that doesn't want to turn. You got to slow up. So whoever makes that entry the best can get off pit road the fastest. Right now, Cofield's starting to run him down. If we look at the last lap history between the two, you see Kendra, the last couple laps, has lost a little over 4 tenths to Jonathan Cofield. But the real question right now, Kevin, is what we're trying to figure out is, can they make it to 75 on fuel? We've seen a couple drivers pit. Griffith even takes 2 tires. So pit a little bit early, so we don't know that they're obviously going to do a two-stop strategy. One stop will definitely be the more preferred. It takes a long time. It took Griffith. Right now they're running 24-second lap times, and Griff took 2 tires, and it was almost 40 seconds for him to get on and off pit road. So that is a lot of time. So one stop is definitely going to be preferred. But the guys who stopped, they're able to maintain, make up some time on the track. If a caution comes out at the right time, they may find themselves in a much better position. Hop back over here. This is a battle for 11th position. Charles Stevens up 8 spots from where he started, able to complete that pass. Brandon Wallace going to jump down to the inside himself. 27 falling back a little bit here late in the run. Started in the 8th position. Currently fighting to stay in the 12th. These drivers have been around each other almost the whole race, feels like. Allen trying to make his way to the front. So is Mickey Isaac, who has made up quite a few spots. Logan Surgeon as well. Logan Surgeon currently our biggest mover as he is getting back to this battle between Tyler Rice and Allen. And what a fantastic battle. 5 drivers fighting it out from 6th on back to 10th. Tyler Rice fighting hard. Definitely seems like these guys are a little bit faster, but unable to do anything to get around that 6 car. He is fighting hard to not lose a bunch of positions, especially as pit stops are about to start. I would imagine we're going to see a lot of folks hit pit road right at lap 75. Some folks will go a little bit longer, hoping for a caution, but 75, if I'm in the race, that's where I'm pitting. Bernecki able to complete the pass on the 6. And now Aaron Adcock looking to do the same thing on the outside. That outside line looking pretty strong, depending on how well you can run it and how well you trust the guy on the bottom, really. Tyler Rice having some issues. Looks like Tyler may be going down pit road. Nope, just letting those guys by. All right, pit window is open next time by, so who will be the first to come down, get 4 tires and fuel to get to the end of this one? I know William Griffith and Stephen McDonald would love for these guys to go ahead and come down pit road, because the caution right now would be terrible for them. Terrible. And T. Rice going to be the first one to make it down pit road along with Michael Kostick. So pit road is wide open here. Kostick going to come down, try to evaluate those tires, see what he was doing to hurt those things, get back out there, try to make take advantage of that one lap or two that he's going to have on new tires. We'll see if the leaders follow. Garrett, Kendra, Cofield going to stay on the track. And every lap they stay on the track, Cossack is going to really make up a lot of time on those brand new tires. Best lap, well, not going to be that much time. The best lap, and here we see the 13 coming down pit road. They're only about a second off the pace at the end of this run. So that's not a lot of fall off. So, new tires may not make that much difference, but I mean, a second a lap can be a lot if you're running around some folks. So we'll see how it all plays out. Garrett Kendra comes down pit road. Cofield going to stay out and lead a lap. And he continues to stay out on the track as we watch this battle for what is now, right now, second place. As looks like Logan is going to come down pit road. And Alan Rennick is going to take over that second place position. So pit road is lively right now. As I fiddle with the cameras a little bit too much. Well, it looks like Garrett Kendra able to come out in front of Michael Kostick. So did a really good job getting on and off pit road. Kostick about a second and a half slower altogether. Getting on pit road, his pit road time, and getting off pit road. So Garrett Kendra doing a great job getting on and off pit road. That was going to be super important with these green flag pit stops, especially with it being the only pit stop under green. They can make it the rest of the way. Now, cautions obviously will change that, but just assuming we stay green, it's important for you to nail this one. As Garrett Kendra comes around, you see the 58 still sitting on pit road. Garrett Kendra goes on by. So does Michael Kostick. So Cofield going to lose a few spots, staying out as many laps as he did. He stayed out probably about 5 laps more than Michael Kostick. So you see the difference that was made. And Cofield actually did a really, really good job of getting on and off pit road. So you see the second per lap that those tires gave him. But he's definitely not out of it. Just has to be smart, save his tires. If we go green all the way, he can be there at the end. He was definitely running Garrett Kendra down. Brandon Wallace, though, the fearless leader, the commissioner of this series, is leading. He always does pretty much the same strategy, which is run it until it runs out. And looks like that is now on lap 84 as he comes down to take his final stop under green. And that rotates the lead back to Garrett Kendra. Running in second is William Griffith, who we saw pit on lap 43. So he is on much older tires, and he only took 2. So the 12 car definitely going to be well off the pace. Running in second, though, but Michael Kostick, you see the 4 tires, always Griff trying really hard to hold that 3 back there. Not the best idea with the tire difference being what it is, but he's just trying to defend that second place as much as he can. Kostick just has to be patient. And as soon as I say that, it goes 3 wide. Kostick backs out of it just a little bit. And this is music to the ears of the 58 as 12 is, you can tell, is really holding this bottom line up as 12 just trying to run his race. Oh, and somebody's going around right in front of him. It's Brandon Wallace, and the 12 and gets into Jonathan Cofield. So a big development there as the 99 goes around, comes out on new tires, and spins in front of some of the leaders. And Griffith with big damage on the front of that car, even though it doesn't look too bad. It was a massive hit. And then Jonathan Cofield taking the real brunt of it. Let's go back and watch that again. You see Brandon Wallace coming out of pit road. Brand new tires for been running on really, really old tires, and just goes in the corner, and those need a little bit more heat. Comes down, boom, boom. And caution, second caution of the night's out for 99 spinning. Getting into the 12, sort of a domino type thing into Jonathan Cofield. So Cofield going to have big damage. Going to have to come down and get that fast repair. That was a big hit on the right front. You can see that right front crinkled in a little bit. Not what you wanted to see if you were Garrett Kendra. Now decision. It looks like everybody elected to stay out except for Kai Shepard, Aaron Adcock, and Michael Nash. Interesting decision to stay out. Now the lap times haven't fallen off much. They last pitted on 78. We're on 90, so only 12 laps. Track position going to be super important. Of course, the real kicker here is trapping all those guys a lap down. If all the leaders pit, the other guys will get wave arounds. So looks like Alan Renecki will be the lucky dog whenever the time comes. But track position super important. William Griffith, I'm surprised he did not pit there. That would have been a great time to come down pit road, take advantage of your strategy. You can't make it on fuel, and he would come out at worst in 10th place. So he would have the tire advantage, all kinds of advantages. So really surprised to see the 12 not come down pit road, considering that he can't make it on fuel. Oh, well, it looks like maybe Brandon Pollock was the lucky dog as Alan Renecki and Tyler Rice. You see them having to let all the lead lap cars by. Lap down cars have to drop to the back. So your front two right now, 13 of Garrett Kendra and the 12 of William Griffith. Griff last pitted on lap 43, so those tires are extremely old. We saw him get loose a couple times. And that caution flag actually saved him. That's what I'm so surprised by, is that caution played right into his hands. He could have come down pit road and gotten 4 tires and actually had the tire advantage. We got some new players up here. We've got Cofield is back, able to keep position. We got Josh Oswald. Logan Surgeon has made his way up to the front. And then we got some new tires. We got Jonathan Cofield, Kai Shepard, Aaron Adcock going to have new tires, most likely. So we'll see what happens here. As green flag is out, Garrett Kendra gets a great jump. Griff, let's see how bad these tires are as they go down into turn 1. See the difference as they come through the middle and off the corner. 12 not able to get through the middle and gas it up as well. Caution is back out. Michael Nash has gone around. 27 Valvoline sitting sideways on the track. Let's go back and see what happened to him. Just a product of those new tires. Same thing that happened to Brandon Wallace. He's able to save it. Brings out the caution, but nobody else involved. Just a solo spin. Didn't hit anything. That's about the best that can happen there. Don't know if he killed the engine or what, but looks like he did kill it. Able to get it cranked back up and get it back rolling. And because Alan Renecki will get the lucky dog, and because he was stopped on the track whenever the pace car comes out, he is going to have to go a lap down. So disappointing for the 27, but the iRacing considers you, it kind of stops timing you whenever you're stopped on the track, and so when the pace car drives by you, that puts you a lap down. So he will have to drop back to the back of the lead lap cars here once everything gets sorted out. See Michael Nash having to let all the lead lap cars by. Al Renecki was a lucky dog. He'll have to start behind all the lap down cars, being the lucky dog, get the opportunity to pit if he wanted to. But we'll have to start at the tail end of the field. Quick caution will get him caught up. But sort of a penalty for being the lucky dog is you do get the pit, which is a bonus, and you get back on lead lap, but you have to start at the tail end of the field because we have so many lap down cars. That is all the way at the back. William Griffith with another opportunity to come down and change those tires and fill it full of fuel to make it to the end, and elects not to do it. And even has less drivers on the lead lap now, so that would have been, he would have gone back to 9th place. The pace car going to pull off, going to roll into the Geico restart zone. The 13 takes off. As they roar down into turn 1. Oh, somebody is out of shape. I don't know who that was. Oh, the one car of Brandon Pollock. Oh, we got a big wreck right here. Oh, a huge wreck on the back straightaway as multiple cars involved. The 12 is involved. Mickey Isaac involved in that wreck. Tyler Rice involved. I mean, there was a lot of people involved. Looks like the 58 got a little bit of that too. They see the 68 slow. So a big wreck. As not really sure what happened. Let's go back and see. Oh my goodness. It looks like the 17 had a run off the corner here. The 12 going to go all the way up to the wall, kind of self-clearing himself, and goes around 17, and then everybody else comes barreling in. And Griff out there on, like I said, he last pitted on lap 43 or so. So out there on really, really old tires. You see the left front damage. That front fender kind of pushed in there on the 58. '17 and Josh Oswald comes out with a fresh car. Gets that fast repair. And Michael Nash, who got trapped a lap down from self-spinning, didn't hit anything involved in that one, so he's got to come down and get his fast repair too. That front end looks all out of shape, not very aerodynamical. Fast repair taken. But back in front, still Garrett, Kendra, Mike Costin, Logan Sturgeon, Aaron Adcock, and Jonathan Cofield is in the 5th position. But he does have a little bit of damage. Already most likely used his fast repair on that last incident, so we'll see how big of a deal that damage is going to end up being, but he is currently running in the 5th place with Alan Renecki running in 6th. So worked out good for Alan, as he's going to be able to get to the back of the lead lap cars here with this caution, instead of being stuck behind the lap down cars as they all move to the back. And so now 10 cars on the lead lap. Looks like Griffith was able to get his fast repair too, but somehow went a lap down. Not really sure what happened there, but able to get that 12 machine fixed up. Pace car lights off, going to get the 1 to go green. And got some new players up here, excited to see how they're going to fare against the 13 and 3 who've been sort of the class of the field. And then we've got the 72 back there, who's finally made his way up to the front. So I think it's going to get a little busy up here. And looking forward to the racing action, as we've only got about 45 laps to go, 44 whenever we cross the line. Not a lot of time here at 22 seconds a lap. Green flag is out. Oh, and a wreck. The 99 of Brandon Wallace and Todd Schott go around. We stay green, though. No caution yet, as the 99 left front is dragging the ground. Go back and see what happened here, as he has Todd Schott on his outside. Oh, and Todd Schott just going to get loose right in front of the 99 and the 12. The 48 is back there spinning as well. Probably new tires as this track starts to cool down, and not got enough heat in the tires just yet. And there we go. But we stay green though, no caution. So go back to the racing action. Is you got a battle back here for 3rd place. Aaron Adcock and Logan Sturgeon side by side. Lots of great racing going on right now. You see Brandon Wallace still on track. These two still side by side, and you see them stacking up behind them, running side by side. Just really slows you down. They're fighting really hard, knowing that you don't want to give up a spot. Not right here. 23 trying to get her wound up and gets a little bit loose. That opens the door for Cofield, but Aaron Adcock going to close the door. But here comes the 17 down to the inside. I don't think they know they're 3 wide. They touch a little bit, but they're able to make it through without any issue. What great racing there is Josh Oswald showing some power there, maybe a little anger, as he is back up into 3rd place with that fresh car and those fresh tires, and he is making man moves out there as he's able to get around the 23. The 23 able to clear Logan surging through all that. So moved Logan back to 5th place. But a fantastic move by Josh Oswald, going 3 wide to make that pass. Logan Sargent looking back to the inside of the 23. They have been battling side by side for quite a while. 23 kind of leaving the door open there, running that middle line. Gets back down at the bottom though. But Logan seems to be rolling the center really, really well. As Alan Rennick is going to drive up to his right rear corner, into the corner, not able to make that pass off the corner just yet. Should have a big run, see if he can do anything with it. Not able to do anything just yet. Logan showing a lot of speed here. Logan looks down to the inside yet again into turn 1. Not able to get there just yet. 23 gives him some room, so he's going to have to run off the corner. Let's see if he can get to that quarter panel. 23 again gives him plenty of space to race. Looks like that high line is being really good to these drivers. Passing looks to be at a premium right now. As Wernicke trying to make that top side work. He's trying to drive down into the corner, get the spotter call, keep that momentum up, but just not quite able to make that move on Logan. And you see Brandon Pollock, who is on fresh tires, looking down to the inside, and they're always going to make contact with the 72. Drives way too hard into the corner and pushes up into the side of the 72. But Josh Oswald, the first driver on fresh tires, and the one, Brandon Pollock, the next driver, he is running in 7th. So as to go and check out Josh Oswald, he has run down the 2nd place driver of Michael Kostick. So Josh Oswald may have made the right call there. With about 22 lap fresher tires. Not a huge difference, but it's definitely enough. You see the 17 making up some ground. 30 laps is still a long time, so you don't want to burn them up. Don't want to give your advantage away, but if he's going to run down the leader, he's got to go. Oswald about 1.5 seconds off of Garrett Kendra, who is your leader. Check the times at the line. The fastest car on the track is Josh Oswald. Barely. The top 4 all ran 22.9, so they are they're all running about the same speed. We'll check one more time this lap, see who is able to stay consistent. That time, Garrett Kendra and Michael Kostick both ran the same lap time of 23 flat. Kevin Kendra in chat asked, do you ever have brake fade? Yeah, no, brake fade is not modeled in the sim. Something we've been interested to see if they were ever going to implement at any point, but not right now. I do believe it does transfer heat, you know, so it can cause, you know, a little bit of extra wear as it heats up the front tires. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I definitely know that they don't have brake fade, so brakes work just as good on lap 1 as they do 150. That time by Josh Oswald, fastest car on the track. You see he's got that Garrett right in front of him that he's chasing, able to drive in a little bit deeper. Time by still a little bit faster than the 3. Now we've seen the difficulties of trying to pass somebody. That top side able to keep the momentum up, so how is he going to make the move? You definitely see he's got the short track experience to know drive in pretty hard, push up a little bit, try to get the run off the corner by driving down off the center of the corner. He's trying to drive back down. You see him being aggressive with the corner exit on the bottom. You'll see the same thing right here. He's going to push up. Now actually, Caustic pushes up a little bit. That's why they say catching them's one thing, pass them is another. You got to set them up. You got to see where you're a little bit better and try to take advantage of it. Garrett Kendra not really pulling away from these two, but is just a tad bit faster every lap. As Caustic now on the defensive, looking at his rear view mirror. I say that, but last time by Josh Oswald, Michael Caustic running very, very similar lap times. Now, obviously at Richmond, there's no drafting. Draft really doesn't make an appearance, as they're only topping out around 135 going into turn 1. But here we go. We got Josh Oswald making a move down to the inside. The run of the 3, able to hold off the 17. As these cars start to battle, Michael Caustic starts to be a little bit more defensive, and they get side by side. That's going to allow Garrett Kendra to get away, but 17 is getting hungry. He's ready to eat as he goes down to the inside. The 3 going to have to pinch him down, fight him hard. Only 17 laps to go here. See the 3 get a great run off of turn 4. I think the 17's got the preferred groove. We'll see if the 3 can hold him off. It's going to be hard to hold off 20 lap fresher tires, and he is able to pull the slide job and get down into the corner. He's got a lap car of Brandon Wallace right in front of him. But 17 able to take over that second place position. Got 15 laps to go to run down the leader. We will keep this up so you can watch it. We'll watch from Garrett Kendra's point of view. We'll give it a couple laps, and we'll go back and see if there's any racing going on that we need to pay attention to. See Oswald just a little bit faster. That time by Oswald just a little bit slower. Garrett Kendra doing a great job with the tires being a good bit older than what Josh Oswald has, of maintaining that gap, not overdriving the car, burning those things up, trying to get away. And right now it's working out in his favor. Last couple laps, Garrett Kendra pulling away just ever so slightly. Half a tenth last lap. And another half a tenth this lap. So starting to pull away, but he's got lap traffic right in front of him. He's got the 12 of William Griffith right in front of him, and then Jason Lotcher's right in front of him. So what Garrett does not want is the 12 and the 48 to get side by side and start racing and allow that 17 to get caught up. And that's exactly what they do, as Griff and Lotcher side by side. Garrett Kendra likely getting on the radio going, hey guys, let's go ahead and settle this. As Jason Lotcher does the right thing and backs out, I think. Allows those two through. Yeah, as the Xfinity race is single file on the top line as they go around, we got somebody on the bottom line, about a 5-car draft on the bottom. That's not going to be enough to get that bottom line driving. But right now, single file with 15 laps to go in stage 2. You can't really see who's leading. It's a blue car of some sort. It looks like Justin Allgaier. Maybe that'll help you there. Alex. Last couple laps, Oswald has been able to gain on Kendra a little bit. I don't think it's going to be enough. Looks like Kendra may just be riding behind the 12. So he's got about 2.1 seconds to give. So he can kind of take it easy. Doesn't need to push, knowing that, you know, Josh can catch up to him as much as he wants, but he's got to be able to pass him too. So we'll see as that time by. Kendra retakes that half a tenth. Good check on this battle. Aaron Adcock, Logan Sturgeon have been around each other for the majority of the second half of the race. These guys battling it out for the 4th position. Michael Kosick slowly starting to run back down the 17 of Josh Oswald. Josh going to go down to the inside of Jason Lottridge. Michael Kosick going to follow. Three laps to go for Garrett Kendra. 2.7 second lead over second place. As we watch it, see if this battle for second ever materializes here. Kosick there, just not sure if he has the tires to make a move on him. But 2 laps to go here at Richmond. Garrett Kendra just begging, please nobody wreck. We don't want a caution. Let me get that white flag and y'all can wreck all you want. White flag is out though for the 13. As he's got, like I said, a 2.5, 2.4 second lead over Josh Oswald. Goes through 1 and 2, just following that 12 around the track. Goes down the back stretch. Nobody in sight, just has to hit his marks. And You see the flash bulbs going off as Garrett Kendra is going to win here in dominant fashion here at Richmond. Kostick trying to take over second place. Josh Oswald going to get that second place finish with a great run there at the end. And a pretty fun race as Aaron Adcock gets spun by a couple drivers. Nothing wrong with that. That's just a lot of fun. At the end of these races, just kind of let out some steam and take out your competitors. So congratulations to Garrett Kendra, though, as he is doing burnouts and getting clobbered on the front stretch. Fantastic race, just dominant performance after he was able to get that lead and hang on to it. And he never looked back. So Garrett Kendra is your winner tonight. And let's go ahead and get right into well, I'll tell you what, let's give him a chance to kind of get settled. We'll go over the results here. As that is the practice results. There we go. You know the top three: Garrett Kendra, Josh Oswald, Michael Kostick. Aaron Adcock with a great finish in fourth place. Logan Surgeon in fifth. Alan Renecki fights his way up to sixth place. Jonathan Cofield seventh. Eighth, Brandon Pollock. Steve McDonald ninth. 10th is Charles Stevens Jr., Michael Nash 11th, Tyler Rice 12th, Mickey Isaac 13th, Chuck Phelps 14th, 15th William Griffith, 16th Jason Lottridge, 17th Greg Froenig, 18th Kai Shepard, 19th Brandon Wallace, and 20th Todd Schott. Let's get these drivers in here and let's talk to them. Michael Kostick going to be numero uno. And let's see what he thought about the race. Michael, the Sadie in the booth, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, two races in a night, and a third place finish here in Richmond. Josh got you with that kind of a late lap 101 pit stop. Had a little bit fresher tires, but still a great third place finish. Tell us about your race, man. How'd it go?
I mean, I was just trying to get through it. I kept just driving into the wall by myself. I don't know why. I guess the red and white stripes caught me.
Well, still though, third place. You started third, finished third. You can't really beat that. What did you need besides not hitting the wall? What did you need to do a little bit different to maybe get up there and challenge the 13?
I think just early in the run, not drive into the corner so hard. It was just too tempting. It was sticking, so I just kept firing it in there, and I just burned up the right front.
Well, easy to do, but still fantastic finish in a field like this. Third place is definitely worth some bragging rights. So congratulations there, man. As always, who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout outs, teammates?
Yeah, thank you for doing the broadcast. It's always good to go back and watch it. Teammates at Bandits Motorsports and all the admins for everything they do putting on the league.
There you have it. That is your third place finisher, Michael Costa. Let's get Josh Oswald in here and talk to him. Josh, stay in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, man, I got you.
I'll turn you down just a little bit. I have turned up Michael Kostick. I turned you down.
Yeah.
Man, great race. Great call there at the end. I mean, you were up there battling it out, and then had a little mishap there with a driver on some older tires, and got some damage. Got down, got that fast repair, and it kind of worked out in your favor, man. Pitted on lap 101, had fresher tires than anybody in the top 7, and was able to drive your way up to second place.
Yeah, it really, it ended up working out in my favor. I mean, the guy you're referring to, when that kind of thing happens, I believe we refer to that as being grift-dozed. But, I mean, he was on old tires. He couldn't keep it down. It happens. I mean, it ended up working out, benefiting me because I was able to come in and get the fast repair of the 4 fresh tires. I just burned them up trying to get up to Garrett. Once I got to second, I just had nothing left to chase Kendra down.
Well, I mean, talk about it. It's hard to do, especially when you have the tire advantage, to not burn them up. I mean, that's a tough deal. You think, well, why don't you just, you got the tire advantage, just go slower. But talk about that. How hard is it to kind of get in that mindset because you're faster and you're trying to get up there and get to where you can battle for the lead, and it just seems to happen where you burn your stuff up more like that.
I normally can't save tires to save my life. So I needed, in my mindset, where I come from, 35, 40, 50 lap feature land, where you go to get it done. I just figured I had to get around these guys while I had the fresher tires in them, while they were really that much fresher before they started to even out. I had to make the moves while I could. I mean, I really wasn't concerned with saving anything at that point. I just wanted to go.
Well, hey, still to be wrecked and junked it later in the race and then come back and finish in second. Hell of a job, man. That was really really fun to watch you work up through the field, get up to the second place. What maybe a caution may have had something to say about it, but just didn't come. But congratulations, man, on second place as always, man. Who you got to thank? Shout out sponsors.
Thank you for taking care of the broadcast. Brandon Bubba Wallace for running this series and actually gave us 4 extra sets of tires tonight. I think he was feeling sick. Something weird happened with that. Velocity Motorsports, Superior Performance Motorsports, Shockeye Racing Performance, all those guys over there. Big Frig Coolers. If you don't have one, get yourself one. And to the friends and family that watch and cheer me on.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right, well, we'll jump right in. It's getting late, so we're going to jump right into the winner of the race. Garrett, Kendra, you got me?
Yeah, I got you, Eddie.
Man, dominating performance, man. Did a great job. Got out front and really set the pace for the race for the rest of the race.
How many times are you going to say that now?
Anyway, it's late, man. I'm tired.
I get you.
But man, great finish for you. I mean, talk about what you need to do to dominate the race like you did. I mean, you had a lot of really fast guys around you pretty much all race, and then Josh Oswald there at the end with about 22 lap fresher tires as he was trying to run you down, but still able to maintain that gap. Talk a little bit about what it takes to get around Richmond, save the tire, and what kind of line you need to do to be able to dominate like you did.
Man, it really was kind of a tire saver track. Car was super loose on entry on cold tires, super loose on exit like it always is. So trying to preserve that right front and right rear as much as you can. Letting up early, trying to wrap the bottom, being really super patient on the throttle, just trying to get a straight drive off. I tried to stick to that all night, and it paid off. Richmond's, I've always got that track circle. It's always a fun track. These cars, I don't remember being this loose. So I hopped in the practice session with about 20 minutes to go. And my first lap absolutely dumped it in turn one for my normal braking point. And I said, okay, things have changed. I'm going to have to adapt a little bit. But man, really, it was just a little bit of tire preservation, which, man, whenever I was up there racing with Caustic and Cofield, they were hounding me that whole first run. Did everything I could holding them back. They got to racing each other a little bit and gave me a little breathing room. So I could start maybe trying to find a fast line with old tires. And I think that really paid off in the end. Oswald got around those 22 lap tires, and I got a little nervous. Of course, I got nervous when Cofield came in. Whenever I stayed out there towards the end, that last caution, or one of the cautions towards the end. So it all just kind of played out my way. A lot of the racing gods must be looking down and smiling on me or something tonight.
Hey, no doubt, man. It was a fantastic race. I mean, it's fun to dominate one like this, especially at Richmond. That's always a fun track to win at. Well, man, I don't really have any more questions. You kind of laid it all out right there. So, as always, man, give me that rundown on your sponsors and shout outs.
Well, I got to thank, of course, Kendra Farman Ranch and Ratchet Speed Shop, along with my mom. She's up, I think, watching still. So, hi, Mom. Love you. Love having all them on board. Love all the support I get from my family. Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers. If you want to keep your stuff hot and keep your stuff cold for cheaper and longer than anybody else, check out Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers at bigfrig.com. Wolfpack Racing Rig page over there. Good guy, no. Some of the guys were watching the race, the Xfinity Daytona race, and said that the Ben store was another one of Ray Page's ventures, was getting quite a lot of screen time. So big shout out to them, all the ventures they've got going. They're some good guys. All the teammates over at Reaper Racing, absolutely last racing with those guys. Of course, raced over with Oswald and Brandon Wallace, and there's quite a few of us over in there. So a lot of fun race with them. Griff there towards the end. We were about on the same tires, I think. So he was actually being a pretty good rabbit. I always run better when I got somebody to chase, and I was able to chase Griff down and run around him for a little bit. And then, of course, all my short tracking teammates over at Velocity Motorsports. Great short tracking team. A lot of fun over there. Thank you up in the booth. Everybody that makes this thing tick. Good time.
There you have it, guys. Your winner tonight at Richmond, Garrett Kendra, as he takes home the checkered flag in dominant fashion, and another good race, man. A few cautions there sprinkled in, but a lot of good green flag racing, and as always, just some badass battles between some of these drivers. So fun to watch. Another good one as we get closer and closer to the playoffs. Garrett Kendra gets himself a victory here in the ARCA series. So, I want to thank everybody for watching, and all the drivers for a very, very good race. A lot of fun, and we will see y'all next week. Let's see where we are next week. I'm not real sure. Got the memory of a goldfish. I can't remember North Wilkesboro next week. I'm gonna tune in for that one. We'll be right here on Rebel Racing Network. Is North Wilkesboro going to be 150 laps there? That's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that. So come on back. We got a nice little stretch of races. We got North Wilkesboro, Darlington. I don't know about Talladega, but Nashville Fairgrounds, Dover, Atlanta, Iowa, Bristol, Homestead, Rocky. I mean, that's a home run for the playoffs starting with Dover. Dang good schedule here on the back end. So looking forward to all those races. It should be a lot of fun. But tonight, Garrett Kendra, here's your winner, and he'll be that till next week. So we'll see who can get that win next week. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Rebel Racing Network. I'm Eddie Smith, and we will see y'all next week.